guy who I killed, man, was a really good guy. I mean, his whole name was Brian Anderson.
37-year-old Brian Anderson was attacked in his home sometime overnight.
Fresh off a tour in Iraq, Yankee went to visit Anderson, his old friend, in a quiet suburban neighborhood outside of Atlanta.
He and the suspect got involved in a verbal altercation over some property that the victim was storing for the suspect. This escalated into a fight.
The two fought for nearly an hour before it came to a bloody finish. When the police arrived on the scene, Anderson was dead with a dozen stab wounds, and Yankee was nowhere to be found.
A police officer stopped Christopher Timrick along Highway 78. He had a knife and bloodied arms.
What I remember doing is I stabbed him 2 times. After I was in the county jail, I found out that he had a total of 20 wounds on him, right? 12 of which were stab wounds, 6 in the front and 6 in the back. I had no idea I had even done this, right?
The Iraq war veteran claims that he blacked out as a result of post-traumatic stress disorder, stemming from a difficult childhood. It was a defense that did not hold up in court.
They found me guilty of felony murder and malice murder, and gave me a life sentence. And so for the last 2.5 years or so, I've been in prison.
Now, Yankee is struggling to accept the idea of himself as a lifer.
You see guys walking around that are 20, 30, 40 years into the chain gang, been here their whole lives, man, and don't amount to nothing, you know what I mean? Ain't never even tried to do anything to get out of the chain gang, you know what I mean? And that's just not who I want to be.
Despite the odds stacked against him, Yankee is confident that an upcoming motion for a new trial would turn things around for him. He has spent months in the law library looking for loopholes and issues with his conviction. His motion is a long shot, but it could be the only shot he has.
I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm like scared to death, because I know if I mess up now, there might not, you know, be another chance for me.
Sammy Haynes knows all about last chances. With 18 parole denials, Haynes knows better than anyone how each year feels when your sentence might never end.
It takes a while for reality grads to hit people. And you play mind game with yourself for so long, and then eventually the truth gonna hit you. For me, I done did 40 years, man. But in hard, I might not never get out, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's the hardest thing in doing time, knowing that this might be your life.
I do not believe that I'm gonna be in prison for the rest of my life. I believe that I've got enough in me to be one of those guys that you see walking out of the courthouse, you know, on TV, on the news, after such amount of years of being in prison, he got let go. I mean, I want to have a wife and kids and, you know, a big old house and a couple of cars and a dog and wrap a white picket fence around it all someday, you know what I mean? That's what I want, you know.